And we're testing, and we're running it. And a 1, and a 2, and a
Testing.
1,
1,
2.
2, 3, 4. Sorry about those Cowboys.
I ain't sorry. Those Cowboys are sorry.
Sorry
Oh yeah,
about
you
those
got
Cowboys.
family. You got family that loves them.
No, my family they're watching the Redskins.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Actually, no, you're right. I do got family. You know more about my family. than I
Well,
do.
your aunt one time said, I saw her on a live, and she's like, "We love them Cowboys." I'm like, yeah, I love to hate them Cowboys.
Let me see.
All right, we're good. We're good.
All right, man. You know what? Let's get back on track. Go ahead. Let's start the show. Yo, welcome back to Inside the Lunchbox. This is your boy Chef MaQ.
And Levi on the dials and knobs.
Yes, sir. So what's going on, buddy? How was your week?
My week's been pretty good. I've been really busy lately. It's a wedding seasons right now, and I work at a ranch that has like hosts weddings and receptions and stuff. And so I've been busy.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I've been kind of busy at work myself, man. They closed down a couple sites, so they sent like 400 units my way. So that upped my total to like 2,000 units, man. That we got to refurbish, but it's all good. Work, job security is all good.
Yeah, a lot of the work I do is seasonal, so when it's in season, I'm busy. When it's not in season, I'm not as busy. So it is what it is. It's Tuesday night, which means we just had Monday Night Football, which means we just saw the Texans whoop
the
on
Cowboys.
them Cowboys. Yeah, America's team, and the actual real team for America is wearing the red, white, and blue of the Houston Texans. Let's go.
So we're finishing up our last 5-part series of the 50 states. We're going to go over Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Vermont, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, New York, and Rhode Island. So let's go ahead and get this started with Maine.
Maine. Yeah, did you know that Maine used to be part of Massachusetts?
I didn't know that.
Yes. So the territory of Maine used to be part of Massachusetts, but then they wanted to break away and form their own state. And so it's part of like a compromise way back in like the 1840s where they allowed like Missouri to join the Union, but at the same time Maine got to join the Union, something like that. So, but yeah, this used to be Massachusetts territory.
Okay. So Maine. So what is Maine? So I guess we could probably do all of like New England pretty much in itself.
Yeah, I mean, New England's a lot of small states. You got Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. That's usually what's known as New England.
And what are that?
In Massachusetts.
And they're known for freaking
lobster, oysters. They're known for being super patriotic and throwing the British tea into the ocean and stuff like that.
Yes.
The land of patriots. That's why the New England Patriots.
Nice. So we're gonna go over one dish is clam bake. I've seen this before. It's not baked. What it is seafood in a bowl, and you got your look like you got your crabs, different types of lobster, clams, with some butter, and they just jam it all into a bowl.
Yeah.
And but one thing I can say is when they're cooking their clams, it's a cooking method called steamed casserole.
Ooh.
What they do is they chop up some onions, put it in a hot pan with some wine, and soon as you drop the wine in there, you take all your oysters, your clams, or whatever, you drop it in there, turn off the eye, and close it, and that's how you cook those.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, Maine pretty much all of them got pretty much the same thing.
Lobster pie. I would imagine that for Maine.
Yeah, lobster pie.
Maine lobsters are some of the best out there, and they have they also have very, very sustainable ways that they go about catching their lobster and stuff. If you follow, so there's some TikTok people about like it's a Maine lobster ship, and they talk about like all the conservation efforts they do to keep their lobster populations healthy and strong, and it's great. I love watching their stuff.
So what else do they got here? They got blueberry pancakes.
That sounds so good.
Then lobster roll. So I had
lots
some of the
lobster.
best lobster rolls there.
Oh, you've been to Maine?
Yes.
I've never been that far
I'm
north.
sorry, I've never been to Maine. I've been to Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
I was in Martha's Vineyard, and one of the things that they were really, really good for was their lobster roll. Now here's one that's interesting. A lot of people don't know this. Duck fat is probably one of the best fats to cook or fry any type of food in. The flavor is freaking amazing. So they have the Maine potato fries, which is cooked in duck fat. Now, I could tell you when we cooked duck fries and duck fat when I was in school, it was the best fries I've ever had, bro.
Duck gravy too. Huh?
Yeah, it's like duck fat is. They have this thing called duck confit where confit, only thing confit means is you're cooking it in its own fat. So you're taking the fat of something and you're just submerging it in its own fat and you're cooking it. You know?
I would eat those baked beans and hot dogs. That looks good.
Yeah, so baked beans, hot dogs is, Maine. I don't know. Look, they got good food. I'm not gonna lie.
Clam rolls.
Clam
I
rolls.
would imagine they have a lot of seafood. It looks good.
So, here's another one. Whoopie pies.
Huh.
Isn't that mandolins? Doesn't that? Maybe they're bigger.
Well, it says that Pennsylvania owns them, but has a long history with the cakes as well. Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So
Man, you're looking pretty good. I'd imagine New Hampshire's gonna be something very similar because you guys are right next to each other.
yeah, New Hampshire, they are very, very, very similar. They're known for their seafood as well, like lobster and stuff like that. And so while we're clicking over to the New Hampshire side, let's see what we can find with this. Oh, yeah, wrong button. All right, here we go. So
Lobster rolls, clam chowder.
clam chowder, New England boiled dinner.
Ooh, apple cider. Does that say apple cider donuts?
Is that apple cider donuts?
Scroll up a little bit.
Where's it? Does it say that? Apple, right here?
Yeah, no, keep going up a little bit more. Right there. Oh, apple cider donuts invented in New Hampshire. These donuts are a quintessential autumn treat. Well, it's AI. You can't really always trust what AI generated is, but yeah, New Hampshire foods.
So let's see. Oh, I clicked on something wrong. Here.
No, you're on Reddit now.
Yeah, I didn't want to get on Reddit. Sorry, Reddit. Let's get out of here. Still on Reddit, huh? There it is. Right here. So New Hampshire, man. They got this.
Ooh,
boiled dinner. They boil everything, even the meat, carrots, everything, cabbage, and they put it on a plate. And I'm not a fan of boiled meat.
Well,
Just me. I'm not a fan of it.
Isn't like a pot roast boiled technically? It's like a slow boiling.
It's more of a roasting technique.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you're submerging some of it in water, but you're not submerging all of it in water, right?
Yeah.
So, New Hampshire, Grub and they call it the Granite State.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's known as the Granite State.
I didn't know that at all.
I didn't know Maine was the Pine Tree State until today. I'm pretty good at like knowing like the capitals and what each state's known for. Like, what is it? Missouri's the Show Me State.
Show me, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Nice. So New Hampshire, French toast. Huh. I love me some good old French toast. They're known for some ice cream. Pretty much the same thing as
pancakes,
as Maine.
Poutine. Yeah.
Poutine.
Yeah,
What is poutine, man?
It's like a French thing.
I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, a long time ago. Because it looks like potpourri to me.
So is it like fries?
I know it's a yeah, it says fries and Parmesan and French rosemary dusting, and the gravy is enriched with gravy. Yeah, it looks good to me.
Yeah, I definitely eat it.
Yeah, poutine's a French dish.
Farmhouse pate. So pate is one of the most difficult things to make, man. Very good, very delicious. All it is it's considered a moose meat, not the animal moose. It's the process. It's called moose meat.
Oh,
and what you're doing is like you're moosing. You're moosing your meat.
Nice.
Right? And it has to be done chill. So clam chowder, obviously. Dude, I had some of the best clam chowders from when I was in Massachusetts, man.
Yeah.
I've never was a fan of clam chowder until I started working in Massachusetts.
Eggs Benedict.
Now that's my favorite, bro. I love I love Eggs Benedict. Eggs Benedict is not probably in my top 5 favorite foods.
Huh.
Yep, you got your lobster rolls again. Huh. Martini, apple cider.
I'd imagine that a lot of things in New Hampshire have apple in it.
Wild game. I never.
Yeah. Well, you got all that empty space where like New Hampshire's like not a very highly populated state.
Yeah.
You're talking the population of like our county in Harris County, Texas. Like the population of Harris County is bigger than like Connecticut. I mean, heck, the entire area of Harris County is bigger than Connecticut. Connecticut's a small state.
Yes, it is. Yes, and but Connecticut has a lot of history, a lot of like American history into it.
Oh
too.
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know.
These were some of the first colonies ever founded. Like when you're talking about American history, you're talking about, I'm sorry. When you're talking about American history, you have to start somewhere in New England because they were some of the first settled places. Obviously, Jamestown, Virginia is the oldest. But when you're talking about, rich American history, you're talking about people from Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, not Vermont, but Maine and such. Vermont came later, guys.
Yes.
There's a reason why Vermont's not one of the original 13 colonies.
So there go your cider donuts, man. I guess Massachusetts is known for the cider donuts.
Yeah.
What is a cider donut?
Apparently, these apple cider infused cake donuts are tossed in cinnamon and sugar. They sell by the thousands daily. I believe that to their many ravenous fans.
Oh
man,
that sounds. I haven't had one of those.
Yeah,
but maybe we.
A lot of apple tree orchards up there.
Yeah, that sounds delicious, man. Ooh, here's another one. This might be something you like.
Corned beef. I do like corned beef.
You like corned beef?
Yeah, I've had it before. Not like that, not made like that, but yeah.
So this is a corned beef sandwich, look like, with like some sauerkraut on it, looks like, maybe. Yeah. Massachusetts is also known for these big scallops too, man.
Yeah?
Like these U10 scallops, like the size of filet mignon. Oh my God, dude, they're freaking humongous. Indian pudding. What is an Indian pudding?
Humble corn custard is still on the menu. More than a century old. This dish's consistency. Sweet breakfast cereal or grits. Ooh. I would eat that. I eat grits. I love grits. Sweet grits. I might have to. Try some sweet grits. I've never. I don't put anything sweet in my grits.
Now this next one, man, I actually had this and did not know I had it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was called Irish soda bread.
Huh.
It looks like a sourdough.
Huh.
But
it does look like a sourdough.
What does it say? It looks.
It has raisins in it.
Yeah. Irish soda bread.
That's one of the few foods I will let raisins be in is bread.
You don't like raisins?
Nah, I don't like raisins at all. I don't even like raisins in my Wheaties.
Really?
Yeah, I'll eat. Bran? No. I will particularly buy bran flakes with no raisins in them. They stick in your teeth.
This is coming from my best friend.
How come the white guy's the one saying I don't like raisins at this podcast right now?
Raisin bread is good if it's made right. It's
it is.
It's really good. Baked stuffed scrod. Is that what that says?
Scrod, yeah.
Is that a fish?
Yeah, I think that is a fish. Actually, it's a fish in lobster sauce with breaded. I would eat that.
Yeah, that looks great, man.
I love fish.
That looks great.
Yeah. Clam chowder, of course. We're in New England. We're in New England. Fish and chips.
No, that's a New England thing. So that is a New England, like, British thing, right?
Yeah, well, it's New England. It's some of the oldest places in America you're talking Massachusetts, Connecticut, obviously New York. But New York has had a massive influx of immigrants since then. So you have like all different types of New York. But the New England area is not that like super populated. Outside of Boston, I don't think there's a major city in New England. Yeah, I mean it's also super cold up there, so you can imagine why people settled in the South and in the Midwest, but they didn't necessarily settle in and around New England a whole lot.
Okay, what's this one we got here?
Vermont. That is, I believe, Vermont alongside Rhode Island were the first states to join the Union after the Constitution was written. Vermont was contested territory between New York and New Hampshire. They've actually had like militias fight little wars over it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But the Green Mountain Boys from Vermont were some of the original revolutionary fighters who helped capture I forget the name of the fort, but they captured a fort and got all these big cannons to give to George Washington to help break the siege of Boston. Okay. And then later on, that disputed territory between New Hampshire and New York got settled, and what they created was this little republic called Vermont, the Republic of Vermont, or something like that.
Okay.
Or the Republic of the Green Mountains, or something like that. And then it was later admitted to the Union. So even though it's not one of the original 13 colonies, because it didn't have like a colony charter or anything like that, the people from Vermont were part of the original people that fought for independence, and then they created their own state afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Rich history there.
Green Mountain grub, the best things to eat in Vermont. Let's see, Vermont. Let's see what you got, man.
Oh, I guarantee you they have like all kind of maple syrup
Oh, apple pie
with cheddar.
with cheddar. Oh, I did see that. We talked about that on one of the other episodes. I want to try that.
They sell 2,000 plus pies annually at this orchard. That's awesome.
Yeah,
good for you.
So if you guys out there, you guys go to Vermont, definitely in some other states, try their apple pie with cheddar
for breakfast.
And they eat that for breakfast.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I could do that.
I could definitely do that.
Yeah,
I could definitely do that.
Chicken pot pie,
Now-
love it.
now look.
Love chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie is definitely.
I will
like,
defend the pot pies forever.
Yes, like pot pies are like. So you know how you say that you have your top 5 greatest foods, right? That you like.
Oh yeah.
There's certain dishes that they're like the god or the heaven of food. You can't put them on the top 10, but they're like superior. And to me, chicken pot pie or any type of pot pie with a good homemade biscuit on top of it is like creme de la creme. It's like the goddess of all things to me. So aged cheddar, Vermont's known for aged cheddar. I guess they eat that with their apple pie.
Yeah, chili dogs. Let's go.
Fiddleheads. So this is a flour. If I'm not mistaken. Fiddleheads are a flour that they eat with scallops and like radish and some other greens. I guess it's kind of like if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like an onion. If I'm not mistaken, maybe.
Maybe.
What does it say here?
It says it's like it's a fern.
Oh, it's a fern. Okay, my bad. My mistake. It's a fern.
Huh.
Oh,
That's definitely unique. I would probably try it once.
I would try this dish they have here.
Yeah.
It looked like they had the fiddleheads
Yeah.
and the scallops and some radish with some type of like sauce.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Maybe like the
I would
fiddlehead.
try, yeah.
You know, definitely try that.
Farmstead cheese.
Farmstead cheese.
A lot of farms in Vermont.
Lake
Fishing around Lake
fishing.
Champlain. There you go. There you go. I knew that Vermont didn't have like a seacoast like New Hampshire and all the other ones do. So they don't have like a coast they don't have like any access to the Atlantic Ocean, but they definitely do touch Lake Champlain. Gravy fries.
This is like the Southern Comfort love.
Yeah,
in one plate.
they call it poutine again.
Really?
Yeah.
Gravy fries.
Yeah.
AKA poutine.
I guess that's what poutine is.
Poutine. That sounds so like, I don't know. That sounds French and like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it kind of sounds sexual too. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just me.
Maybe.
Switchel? Is that a soda?
Switchel.
Switchel?
Ah.
Is a summer haymaking season, Vermont.
It's a cocktail mixer.
It's a cocktail mix. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not its original intent, but we'll mix anything with cocktails, won't we?
That's true.
All right.
Pumpkin pie.
Vermont.
Maple cream pie.
Vermont, you guys are just absolutely blowing us away with your options here.
Oh, this is the one that wraps. Those are like green onions.
Oh.
Yeah.
It looks like a little squid. Does it not? That's like the body and that's the tentacles sticking out?
It does.
Yeah.
That is, I don't know, man.
Could have fooled me.
All right, so on to the next one, Connecticut.
That's where my family comes from originally.
Oh, so
they landed in Denton, Connecticut, and my great ancestor, I think his name's Deacon John Bullen or Deacon Samuel Bullen, something like that. He landed in Denton, Connecticut, and that's where like my family originally came from England, and then from there they immigrated to Michigan, and then from there they immigrated under New Mexico.
So the question I have is, what do you call a person from Connecticut?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I've never been that far
A
north.
Connecticutian?
Is it Connecticutter?
Connecticut.
Connecticut-y?
I know. It's
Do you
just
call
like
them a Connie?
just like those Dallas Cowboys. You don't know what you call.
Well, like, what do you call people? What do you call people from Dallas? I was having this argument with my stepson driving back from Dallas, and I was like, being a Houstonian, I have to like always trash on Dallas. It's just it's a thing we have to do, and I'm like, What do you call someone from Houston? A Houstonian. What do you call someone from New York? A New Yorker. What do you call someone from?
Yeah.
What do you call someone from L.A. A Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Or, whatever. But I'm like, what do you call someone from Dallas? They don't have a cool term like that because they don't have culture.
They don't have. You just call them those people over
Those
there.
people from Dallas.
All right, Connecticut, the Constitution State.
Yep.
Constitution State. All right, let's see.
I think it's the first. I think it's because it was the first state that ratified the Constitution. It was either them or Delaware, something like that.
They're also called the Nutmeg
The
State?
Nutmeg State. There you go. That's what I've heard.
Huh. Never heard of that.
White clam pizza, obviously.
Sound like you said white clan pizza.
White clam pizza. I'm not that far south, okay?
Oh man.
What is it? A steamed cheeseburger. I would try that.
See, I just can't do the whole.
Why not?
I mean, that does that look like it has any type of salt and pepper on it?
Well, no, it's from Connecticut. It wouldn't.
It had like that. The bread looks plain and the meat looks plain.
But look at the cheese dripping off of it.
The cheese does make it look good, but it looks like
well, nobody's looking. I'll put a little mustard, a little ketchup, a little mayonnaise, some salt, and some pepper on there, and then I'll eat it. Pumpkin pie, obviously. Carpetbaggers.
What's
Oh my gosh, what is this?
Carpetbaggers.
This restaurant is known for its eclectic new American approach to New England twist. Are beloved as their appetizer. Local blueprint oysters are dredged in semolina-based batter and fried a light golden brown.
Oh, some salmonella is like a almost kind of like a cornmeal.
Served warm and placed back on the shells. So they take the oyster out, they fry it, they put it back on the shell, and you eat it, and that's a carpetbagger. Huh.
Interesting. I'll eat it. I ain't gonna lie.
I'd try it.
Mac and cheese.
Amen. Yes and amen.
Well, where we at? We're in Connecticut. What does Connecticut know about some good old mac and cheese?
I don't know, man. Maybe. Cupcakes. That sounds like a New England thing. What do y'all know about Cali burrito? San Diego style burritos are alive and well in Connecticut. You're stealing other people's food and passing it off as your own. That sounds like something New England would do.
Maybe somebody moved to Connecticut years ago.
Yeah. They didn't have any, so they made their own.
Made their own burritos.
There you go. Ice cream. That makes sense, New England.
Bernice original cheese.
Is that like a tortilla chip fried inside of that thing?
That does look like a tortilla chip.
Crispy American cheese. Oh, that's cheese. Wings.
Oh.
They place 4 slices of cheese onto a burger patty, casting them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's so wild. It's hard to explain this on a podcast, but basically you got a burger and all the cheese is like flared up on all the edges.
Yeah, so the way that you get this is you have your patty on the flat grill, and you take your cheese and you lay while the meat is on the flat grill, you take your cheese and you lay it on top of the meat, right? And you flip it over and you let the cheese touch the grill, and you just let it cook there. And then once it's done, you put your bun on top of it, and you take it off. So the cheese is cooked, kind of crispy, and then you can form it into that.
All right.
There's a place here that actually makes something similar. It's actually pretty tasty.
All right. We should do Rhode Island next. That's the next New England state.
Rhode Island?
It's at the bottom, yeah.
Let's do Rhode Island.
That way we can keep all the New England states together.
All right. So we have, what is this black duck burger? We're still in Connecticut.
We're still talking Connecticut. You guys got a lot of burgers.
Yeah, actually,
makes sense.
Burger that actually looks pretty.
I'd eat it.
Pretty delicious. I mean, don't get me wrong. I eat a black duck burger. Let's see.
All right, and I think Rhode Island is also one of those states that was like, no, I won't ratify the Constitution. They stayed like an independent state for a little bit, and then they joined it later. So I think that's what happened with Rhode Island too. They are one of the original 13 colonies, though. So.
Okay. The Ocean State.
Makes sense.
Rhode Island.
Believe it or not, Rhode Island is not an island.
It is not an island.
It's not an island. It's actually it's like a little peninsula that sticks off from New England.
So it should be.
They have a lot of islands in it.
So should it be Rhode Peninsula?
No, I think Rhode Island just kind of like sounds good and all.
All right. Let's see. Coffee milk.
Yes.
You had coffee milk before?
I've had some, yeah. It's like a coffee syrup flavored milk, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's coffee. Hold on. Well, let's explain this a little bit. It's coffee and sugar syrup. It's spun into a frosty milk for an ice cream free riff on a milkshake. Oh,
So it's a milkshake.
yeah. I didn't know that came from Rhode Island.
Sweet.
It's nice. It's like a milkshake that doesn't have cream in it. Yeah.
So it's vegan.
No, not necessarily.
Oh. All right, Rhode Island. On to the next. I would see Rhode Island eating a whole bunch of vegan stuff. Irish brown bread. On to the next one.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Keep it
Frozen lemonade.
I know. I do love me some frozen lemonade. I ain't gonna lie.
I've never had it. So.
It's like Italian ice, kind of, sort of.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Yeah.
Ooh.
Doughboys. They look like donuts on steroids.
Or Louisiana beignets.
Is that what a beignet is?
Yeah.
Is that what a beignet is? Yeah, it's more like bread dough, a little sweeter. There's no hole in it. They're fluffy, they're air, and they're light. Oh, I would eat that. Yeah. I've always wondered why we have to have holes in donuts to begin with.
Because that's what makes them.
That's how how they were made originally. They had like rods, they would have to hang them on while they cool off before you could sell them. So that's why they have holes in them.
Oh, hermit cookies.
But we don't do that anymore. We don't make them like that anymore. So why do we still have holes in them? You know?
Because if it were not a hole in a donut, it wouldn't be called a donut. Maybe it'd be.
Is a jelly-filled donut still a jelly-filled donut? It ain't got no hole in it.
Good question.
Checkmate. Moving on. Hermit cookies. These are Italian Christmas cookies and cupcakes. They come from De Luis Hermit Cookies. When asked about the cookie's origin, the owner says old timers came up with it. That sounds about like the correct answer. And that frugal times inspired cookie, other doughs in the kitchen. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Hot wieners.
So I'm starting to realize that a lot of states have their own version of hot dogs.
Uh-huh.
And they're all called something different.
Yeah.
And Rhode Island has hot wieners.
So these are beef, pork, and veal dogs strewn with spiced ground hamburger, onions, mustard, and celery salt served on plush rolls and from a Greek bakery.
That sounds good.
That I would eat that.
Totally.
Not a huge fan of the onions, but I would eat that.
Totally eat that.
Yeah. Clams makes sense because you're an ocean state.
Ooh, pizza strips.
Yeah.
That sounds like something we ate in school.
Yeah.
You know, you got that little slice of pizza that you get that was horrible. It was like a generic Tony's.
Yeah.
Let's see what else they got.
Kale soup. I would leave it to New Englanders to eat seaweed.
All right, look, Rhode Island is like, I'm sorry, man. It sounds like y'all a bunch of bougie people up there. You know what I'm saying? Kale soup, vegan. I don't know. What else we got here?
Johnny cakes. What are those? Cornbread pancake hybrid. They're tasty, apparently, with maple syrup.
It looks like a crepe.
Yeah, they do date back hundreds of years in America. I didn't know that like Johnny cakes were made with a cornbread. Makes sense. That makes sense.
It
does look like a crepe.
What is this?
Donut cake. A lot about Joe Biden is making sense since he's from this part of the country. His love of ice cream and sweets.
He is from Rhode Island, huh?
I think he's from Delaware.
Delaware?
But it's really close.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, Delaware, Pennsylvania, they touch. Clam chowder. Yep.
So that was the New England states. We're in Pennsylvania now?
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Can Pennsylvania bring something delicious?
Now you got to realize Pennsylvania is bigger than all the New England states put together, so they probably have a much wider variety of food. The New England states are really, really small.
So I do know one thing in history. Wasn't our state capital once in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, Philadelphia.
That
was the capital of the Americas during the Revolutionary War.
Haha, history.
Yeah.
See, I'm not just a cook.
And then, the Keystone State. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Keystone State.
But yeah, so Philadelphia was the capital of because originally they wanted it to be New York City, but then the British captured and occupied New York City. So then it became Philadelphia, and it was at Philadelphia for a while, and then they built Washington D.C.
Okay.
And so John Adams was the first president to actually serve in the White House from D.C. Because before all that, during Washington's 8 years and during the Constitutional Convention and all that other stuff, it was all in Philadelphia. Yeah.
Okay. The Italian hoagie. Nah, these are good. I love Italian hoagie.
Oh, yeah, Philly. Philly has great food.
Philly does have great food.
Tomato pie.
So this looks very similar to the one we just said a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it looks like a pizza cake.
A piece of cake, piece of strip.
Something.
I don't know. Tomato pie. I don't know about that.
Philly.
Yeah. Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia style vanilla ice cream. Bassett's and Breyers comes from Philadelphia. I did not know Breyers came from Philadelphia.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's the common egg custard based. Okay.
Didn't we talk about the difference between custard?
Like a year ago, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. That looks really good. Philly, you guys are... Now, I also see why Joe Biden loves. Because he's also from Pennsylvania.
Scrapple.
The traditional breakfast meat of Pennsylvania, developed to minimize food waste. Made with pork trimmings left over from butchering, mixed with cornmeal, fomented into a block-shaped loaf.
It sounds like the stuff they get in prison.
I would eat that.
You would eat that?
Yeah, I would eat that.
It actually looks good, but when you described it, it sounds like...
man, I don't knock it till you try it, man.
I like the egg on top of it.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It does look pretty good. Is that what I think it is? It's a pretzel.
Soft pretzel with mustard, yes. Definitely A1 right there.
Philadelphia. Yeah. Philadelphia's a big city. Wedding
soup.
Italian immigrants. In Pittsburgh.
Wedding soup is, what is in the wedding soup?
Fresh spinach, Romano cheese, served with homemade ciabatta.
Is that Italian?
It's made fresh in the morning, full of tender chicken.
Oh, is that chicken?
Peppercorn-sized pasta, little meat. Man,
it looks like Italian sausage.
I want to say I've had that before. It looks familiar.
Yeah.
I want to say at one point in the Navy, when I was in the Navy, I had a soup very similar to that.
Yeah.
That looks very familiar. Yeah.
It look like little Italian sausage balls.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Looks good.
Oh, the infamous Philly cheese steak. Let's go.
Yeah, thinly sliced, good without onions, topped with cheese whiz.
So that's the one thing that don't get me wrong. I love
it with provolone personally.
I'm a provolone person, and I know Philly. You guys are known for the Philly cheesesteak. You guys put cheese whiz on it, which is still delicious. But I like the provolone.
Yeah, the provolone tastes better.
So we're just gonna call that the Texas cheesesteak.
Came from the 1930s. Love it. That's an all-American meal right there. Pierogies.
What is a pierogi?
It's something from like Poland, I think.
Is it a regional tradition, especially near the Polish hill of Pittsburgh? Is it sleek but whole? What's that say?
It's vegan.
It's
What's wrong with it being vegan? Most salads are vegan if you don't throw in like meat and cheese.
Well, it wasn't considered vegan until vegan was a thing.
Vegan's been a thing for like 100 years.
It has?
Yes.
I thought it was just
No, you've heard about it lately, but no, vegan's been a thing for like 100 years.
Why can't we just go back to just being a vegetarian?
I don't know, because vegetarians can also eat like boiled eggs and drink milk, whereas vegans don't eat any animal processed food at all. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. We're finding out that East Coast, you guys are a bunch of health nuts.
Makes sense.
Except for Philly.
Yeah.
Burnt almond. Ooh, that sounds good.
Nationally famous for burnt almond tort, light layers. Sugar almonds. Looks good. Pennsylvania. I might have to pay y'all a visit sometime.
Oh, yeah, definitely. On to New Jersey, if I could get it to open up. New Jersey. So what are we expecting to find in New Jersey?
Well, it's known as the Garden State. I'd imagine you're going to have like a lot of food that you and I would probably think comes from New York, because New Jersey and New York are so close to each other. So I would just imagine you're going to find a lot of I don't know, probably a lot of pizzas.
Pizza.
Yep, South Jersey pizza. Yeah.
South Jersey.
Yeah.
Now, I could tell you right
Sliders. Now, okay, I could have called that.
I could tell you right now, people from New York cannot stand people from Jersey.
Yeah, I'd imagine that enmity goes both ways. In fact, both New York and New Jersey have been in like legal battles with each other for like hundreds of years over where their actual border is. Because New York wants to claim like all of New York Harbor and all the islands, whereas New Jersey's like, no, half that harbor's ours, and Like it's been this long thing. There's a lot of history of states having beef with New York over where their borders are.
So,
because New York was like the empire state. They wanted to
Yes.
get here to America and they wanted to grow and expand and conquer. And they're like, "Yo, calm down. We're all in the same country, man. Are we not?"
so I wanted to give a shout out to Doug Burrell, who also he has his own radio station called Vets Air here in Conroe, Texas, and he said once I get to the East Coast, he wanted to hear about this specific food. It is a pork roll. Well, Doug, we found the pork roll, but this variation is a sandwich, pork roll sandwich. I'm curious, like, why? Let's see. I guess it's a roll of pig parts, like bologna. I'm thinking it's a bologna, like fried bologna with cheese on a hamburger bun with an egg. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a McMuffin. Not to argue with anybody, but like it looks like something that. Not saying it's from McDonald's, but it looks like McDonald's breakfast sandwich.
It actually looks kind of delicious.
I would eat that. I would eat that all day long.
That is not a bologna person unless it's smoked bologna.
Yeah, topped with an egg. It's a hard roll topped with an egg, fried or scrambled, and melted American cheese on a classic pork roll sandwich. Yeah. Would eat.
Pork roll. New Jersey pork rolls. Let's go. All right. Jersey, you guys need some help so far. Panzerati. That looks like a
It looks like a
chicharrone.
pastry.
Look like a chicharrone.
Yeah, it looks like a pastry.
First glance, you may mistaken a pepperoni
As a pastry.
as a so
Made from dough, the stuffed pockets come crammed with mozzarella cheese, sauce, and customizable array of pizza toppings. Oh, it's a Hot Pocket. It's like an actual real food though, like unlike Hot Pockets. Yeah, it's basically a Hot Pocket.
Hot
hey,
Pocket.
New Jersey, y'all are 2 for 2 breakfast sandwiches and Hot Pockets. Let's
so
go.
they made the Hot Pocket.
The original Hot Pocket.
The original Hot Pocket
Yeah.
is the reason why we had Hot Pockets today.
Yeah,
Thanks, Jersey.
yeah.
You're awesome.
So far, so good.
Ooh,
Sloppy Joe's.
sloppy-
Let's go.
That's not
that
a-
doesn't look like a
that's
sloppy
not a
Joe,
sloppy
though.
Joe.
It's not.
What the heck is that? All right, so guys.
So apparently, this is what New Jersey calls the sloppy Joe, but this Jersey does not actually come stuffed with ground beef swimming in a tomato sauce. This regional delicacy is in fact somewhat totally different and vastly more delicious if you ask locals. Created in 1934, the sandwich is still sought after staple all these years. 3 hefty slices of special baked Pullman rye bread come stacked with layers of meat, cheese, and coleslaw. Ooh. I would eat.
Oh,
That's not a sloppy Joe, but
it's sloppy.
if they made it first, then the rest of us, yeah.
So the original sloppy Joe.
Oh,
is
this
not
sandwich was inspired by one in Havana, Cuba, which was served at a notoriously messy bar called Sloppy Joe's. So Cuban immigrants brought that here
okay, got it.
from Havana, and the Sloppy Joe was the bar it used to be served at. That's why it's a Sloppy Joe sandwich. That makes sense.
So
Did the rest of us steal the name?
I
If this is
guess.
the original.
So and I'm thinking about it now. There's no states known for sloppy joes.
Another tomato pie.
So what? Did we find any states that was known for sloppy joes?
No,
So where did sloppy joe come from?
I don't know.
Mystery.
but it looks like this is the original.
The original sloppy joe looks like
It's a big deli
an
sandwich
Italian deli sandwich with cold. That looks freaking delicious.
with coleslaw. I would eat it.
Oh, that looks so delicious. What's up with the East Coast and all these tomato pies, man?
I don't know, man. Put some toppings on your pizzas, guys. Ooh, cheesesteak comes from New Jersey. I should have known that.
Huh.
Oh, Philly cheesesteak. Okay,
So this,
it's a New Jersey style.
so their style is kind of like a, what
It's like a hamburger.
what type of bread would this be?
Is that sesame bread?
Sesame bread,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like a hamburger though. Like, interesting.
Woody?
I did.
Jersey corn.
All right, on Jersey corn.
All right, we're moving on. 'Cause it is the Garden State. Saltwater taffy. We're really moving on. We're really moving on.
All right, so we got Jersey.
I'm not a fan of taffy. Since we've done Pennsylvania, which is right next to New York, and we've done Jersey, which is right next to New York, I feel like we should do New York next.
New York, we got, what, 2 more left?
That and Delaware. We'll save Biden's state for last.
Yeah. Well, how about we just take it off the map?
It is only like 75 miles long. It's not. I think I drive farther on a daily basis than Jersey exists.
Right.
I mean, not Jersey. Sorry, Delaware. Don't kill me, Jerseyans.
So, true story.
So New York is going to be known for like things like spaghetti, lasagna, pizza. It's going to be known for like a lot of those things. There's a lot of Italian immigrants moved there, and they made all these dishes famous in New York.
So with my ex-wife,
they're probably also going to have like bagels because you have like a large Jewish immigration population there. Things like hot dogs and things like that.
So my ex-wife is from New York.
Yeah,
she's from the Bronx, and the first time I ever went to New York, I always wanted to try their pizzas, and I could tell you that their pizza was good, but it wasn't the best pizza I ever had. 2, New York is known for a lot of food, man, and this list, I'm pretty sure this list that they have here is not going to do it any justice.
Yeah,
because New York is so culturally diverse.
Yeah,
you have Jamaicans, you have Arabs, you have the Asian community, you have the Muslim, like Southeast, like you have all those cultures there, and they bring their food there, and their food is
and a lot of these cultures, a lot of these neighborhoods, a lot of these places. This isn't recent immigration. They've been there for 100 years.
Yes.
You have 100 years worth of Italians in New York cooking pizzas. Yes. You have 100 years of people, Jewish people in New York making bagels.
Yes.
So it's definitely Americanized at this point, but this rich culture. So first we have obviously coal oven pizza since 1905. I've had New York style pizza, but it's never from New York itself. Would love to try it there, but it's really good. It's hard to explain how good it is.
Yes, their pizza's pretty good.
Yeah, with the mozzarella and everything, like it's just really, really good.
And when you go up there, so for you guys that never been to New York, especially if you're from the South and you go visit New York, you don't go up there and ask for the way you order your pizza is if you want just a regular cheese pizza, you don't say, "Can I get a cheese pizza or a slice of cheese?" You say, "Can I get a slice?"
Yeah, grab a slice,
and that's automatically a cheese pizza.
Yeah,
and they call it a pie.
Yeah, it is a pie. It's a pizza pie.
It's a pizza pie.
When I was in Chicago, they also call it pies in Chicago as well. They have their deep dish pizza, but you'd have someone be like, "Yo, you want to grab some hammies on a pie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do that."
Hammies on a pie.
It's a ham pizza.
Oh,
some hammies on a pie.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, anyways, back to New York. Enough about Chicago. Again, bagels. Just long history of bagels. And again, this is why they have holes in the middle, because as they were making the bagels, they would have to put them up to cool down on these long rods. That's why they have holes on them. So it comes from Polish Jews.
So when they fell off of it and landed in the sugar, that becomes a donut?
I don't know. I don't know where donuts
They fell into some sugar and they was like, my bagel's messed up. We'll call it a donut.
But it's a piece of, like some of these places are still open. Open in 1914, the iconic appetizing store specializes in the Jewish tradition of serving foods that pair with bagels. Unlike delis that serve meats, the shop focuses on dairy, cream cheese, and expertly cured fish like caviar, sturgeon, and salmon. I would do that. I would eat there. But that's a place that's been open for 110 years.
Yes, we have a lot of very nice historical places
in
New York. Like I said, people, like, you can't, if you go to New York, it's just so diverse, man. Like, you could get anything you want in New York. And what else are they known for? Their pizza, and what else? Their cheesecakes.
But and again, now we're talking about cheesecakes. Comes from Greece. You're talking about like a big Greek, Greek.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, immigration is there. But yeah, however, an American created what would be known as the New York cheesecake. In an attempt to replicate French cheese, a man named William Lawrence of Chester, New York, stumbled upon an even richer and creamier unripened result. The cream cheese came be the base of New York's simple cheesecake, along with cream, eggs, and sugar, which grew up in popularity throughout the 20th century.
So have you been to New York?
No, I've never been further north than Maryland. Okay. Maryland's as far north as I've ever gone.
So I've actually went to a diner and had a New York cheesecake.
How was it?
Oh my God. It was like having it in my mouth. And it is so rich and creamy. Like their cheesecake, New York style cheesecake is definitely in its own category by itself.
Are you kidding me? Buffalo wings are called buffalo wings because they were made in Buffalo, New York?
I didn't know that.
I've always wondered why they're called that. Stinking way.
At least something came out of Buffalo beside the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills are doing great.
Well, you know what? That makes
Buffalo
sense.
Bills are doing great.
Look, now
Buffalo Bills are doing great.
They are doing great. Now I put it together. Buffalo Bills, what is their logo?
It's a buffalo with wings.
Buffalo wings.
Yeah, from Buffalo, New York.
Huh.
But yeah, apparently in 1964, buffalo wings were first made at a bar in Buffalo, New York. That's amazing.
Nice. What's that, Anchor Bar?
Yeah.
Co-founder Teresa
Bellisimos. Her son Dominic. Whip up some buffalo wings.
Hey, thank you so much, Buffalo. You guys are freaking awesome.
And Josh Allen's amazing. So
yes, Josh Allen is pretty dope. And they beat Kansas City Chiefs.
So my stepson asked for Christmas a Patrick Mahomes jersey.
Nope.
I'm about to explain to this young man the only sports attire allowed in my house under my roof will either be Houston Texans or Houston Astros. If you want to be a Patrick Mahomes fanboy, you just got to wait till you pay your rent on your own.
Look, I see it like this. I will buy you. I am not paying my money for anything other than Astros or Texans memorabilia.
But they got... So New York, you guys, obviously you have your hot dogs, you have your lobsters, you have your clam chowders, you have General Tso's chicken. Did not know that came from there.
I don't know that either.
Its actually origin is rather complex. It's actually believed to have at some point in the 1950s outside of China.
Yes, dude, you can't go wrong in New York with food. Like you could literally walk 2 restaurants down, and find just a variety of different style of foods. New York, man. When it's coming to food, you guys got it.
Oysters, beef on rack.
When it's coming to Southern style
Riesling.
food, you can't mess with the South.
All right.
But,
well, no. I mean, like you got two different cultures, 2 different styles of cooking, 2 different what's available, what's not available. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when you're talking the more industrialized states like New York and whatnot, they're going to have different types of foods than what we had available here in the South.
Hey, should we do the Raisin Eagle for Delaware for biting?
Don't we have?
Let's see.
I thought we had one that was like, here we go.
We're getting ready to do Delaware, and I guess to show a little bit of patrioticness for Delaware.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't. Just like
Joe Biden, this is for you.
Well, Biden, that was for you. So now we're on to Delaware. What is Delaware known for with their food? Let's see what Food Network has to say.
All right. Yeah, well, since the 46th president of the United States comes from there, apparently, or Pennsylvania, he can't make up his mind where he's from. I mean, I guess I could say I'm from Texas, but I'm also from New Mexico. Grew up in one state, lived in another.
It's called the Feast in the First State. What does that mean?
The first state. Okay, so I was right about Delaware. The first state. Delaware, that's its nickname because Delaware was the first state that ratified the Constitution. So after the Revolutionary War, there was a big constitutional convention where delegates from all 13 colonies sat down together and argued over what should be in the Constitution. They drafted the Constitution, and after they drafted the Constitution, along with the Bill of Rights, they sent it out to all the states to be ratified. Now, in order for it to become legal, 9 states had to approve of it. And once 9 states approved of it, then that became a country. Then it's when we became a country. Now, we say like July 4th when we became a country. No, that's when the 13 colonies said no to declared independence from Britain, but we weren't like an actual unified country until the Constitution was written many, many years later. Delaware was the first state that when they read the Constitution, they read the Bill of Rights, they ratified it, and they approved it.
Nice.
So that's why they're known as the first state.
A little bit of history for all you history junkies out there.
Yeah, well,
if you don't know, now you know.
Well, I do a lot of time learning a lot about like the origins of the country and stuff like that. But yeah, Dover, Delaware. That's the capital of Delaware.
On to the Biden state.
Onto the Biden state. Wow. All right, what do we got? We got the Bobby.
The Bobby Boucher burger.
What is this made of?
Oh, this right here. Look at this. This is.
I would eat that. It's
bro,
like
that is Thanksgiving on a sandwich.
Is that cranberry sauce?
Yes.
And turkey? I would eat. Would eat.
And the only thing is missing, I think the bread needs to be toasted.
Yeah, I would.
You know how much carbs is in that? Holy crap.
I would eat that.
All
so
right,
you
Biden.
basically, it's like all right, Joseph R. Biden. We got bread, we got pulled turkey, cranberry sauce, and stuffing. Remove the stuffing and put gravy on there, and I'd eat it. Mashed potatoes, I'd eat it.
So one electoral vote for Biden. One electoral vote for Biden.
One electoral vote for Biden. Yeah. Well,
food.
Chicken and slippery dumplings. Okay,
I actually had that before.
I would say yeah, because Delaware is more of like a border state between the northern states and the southern states. Well, it's not really. Maryland really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So you got some southern, you got chicken and dumplings. Obviously, blue claw crabs come from Delaware. Again, another ocean state. I would eat that.
Yes.
I've eaten crab. I have never had blue claw. Fries with vinegar.
Yes, I do. That is actually pretty freaking delicious, bro. Don't judge it. Don't judge it, because whenever I go to this restaurant here in the Woodlands, Texas, it's a little British pub or whatever, and I get my fish and chips, and I drench my fries in that malt vinegar.
Grotto pizza.
Freaking delicious. Let's go. Hey, Biden, man, this day doing pretty good. Biden.
Summer peaches. They are actually pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. You know these will grow in like New Mexico too and Texas. These peaches. I know because I have friends who have peach orchards in both states. Yeah.
And in Georgia.
And in Georgia. Definitely in Georgia. What is this chicken doing?
That a chicken?
Fried chicken. Are you kidding me? Fried chicken.
That looks like a fried frog.
Huh.
That looks like a fried frog.
So you guys are eating fried chicken. You're having pizza. You're having fries and vinegar. And you're having your bobbies, huh? Not knocking it. Same. It's the same from that other state. Yeah.
Meatloaf from prison.
Meatloaf from prison. Italian water ice.
Hey, they don't have anything named after Biden.
Oh, they got ice cream. That's a Joe Biden thing. Every time you've seen him as president, he's walking around with an ice cream cone.
He is. Sorry.
He is. Sorry.
All right. Tanaka hot sauce. Not sure what that is.
Tatanka hot sauce. It's the third place winner of the Louisiana Hot Sauce World Championship. Okay.
All right.
Delaware style hot dogs. What do y'all got? What do we got going on
here?
Dude,
I'm looking for
There's
a Biden
nothing
burger.
revelatory about the notion.
I'm looking for a Biden burger.
They're not going to name something after him. He's only been president for 3-4 years. You got to be a 2-term president to think named after you.
He's been president for 4 years, sir.
Yeah.
And he's only been mentally president for a year and a half.
I doubt that.
I think he pretty much clocked out after a year and a half.
I don't even think he knew he was running. Somebody put his name on the ballot and we all just voted for him. Or did we?
No disrespect. I love all my presidents. Everybody's great. But yeah, so that was our 50 states.
We did it.
We made it through. I know it took us a while. We came through. We shut it down. We're going on to our next venture. Maybe we could do the Caribbean.
Oh, I don't. We'll talk about this offline.
Maybe the Caribbean.
But anyways, it is time for our local restaurant shout-outs.
So here we go.
To the sushi place, right?
The sushi place.
You took me to a week and a half ago.
What was I can't remember the name of it.
It's in spring, wasn't it?
Sushi. Do you have your phone on you?
Let me look this up.
So this sushi
We came
place.
obviously very prepared for this episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I forgot. So look, we got 2 restaurants we're going to talk about real quick before we go. We're going to talk about the sushi place in the Woodlands. If you're here in the Woodlands, Texas, go check out the sushi. It's off of Rayford Sawdust. The sushi place is freaking fantastic. It's all you can eat sushi. All you can eat. It's 30. Is it 39 or 49? I think it's $49. Yeah.
No, it was like 30. It was like $34.99.
Yeah, $34.99.
Yeah, it was like $34.99.
It's all you can eat sushi. For all you can eat
Sushi masa.
Sushi masa. The name of it is called sushi.
Sushi masa. M-A-S-A. Kind of like Make America Great Again, but just put an S in there somewhere, okay? M-A-S-A.
All you can eat sushi. All you can eat fried rice. All you can eat soup.
Noodles. Whatever.
Salad is just freaking amazing.
I probably gained 15 pounds walking out of there.
Oh, dude.
I had like 4 or 5 plates of sushi. I had a cup of noodles. I had a couple salads. I
had fried cheesecake.
The only thing I didn't have, didn't we?
We had fried cheesecake.
We had fried cheesecake too.
That was good.
And at the end of the day, you're paying $34.99 per person. It seems like a lot for one meal, but it's all you can eat. And it's real, well-made food. It's not like an all-you-can-eat bar where you just walk around, grab your food. No, you order it off the menu. They bring it to you.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout-out to Caleb. I think Caleb had like 15 servings.
I think that
sushi.
guy hadn't eaten for a week. I think he was like starving himself for like days before going in there. Because he ate what I ate, plus he ate what you ate, plus he was eating when I left.
Shout out to Caleb, the Sushi King. Another place, I need for you to look this one up for me too, man. It's a local African restaurant here in Conroe. I went there. I had their fufu, and I had their okra, and what else did I have?
Fufu's good. I've been to Africa.
I forgot what it's called. He's gonna look up the name. It's here in Conroe.
There's a
right
couple
off
here
of Fraser.
in Conroe.
What's the names? I'll tell you which one.
All right, so we got Chop Nation.
Chop Nation. That's it right there.
Bam.
Chop Nation here in Conroe. I could tell you that I wasn't really a fan of the okra because it's a textural thing for me. And everybody knows when you cook okra for a certain amount of time, it gets really, really slimy. So they brung out the sliminess.
Pause for effect.
Did it stop?
No, we're going.
Oh.
You stopped.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the thing. I was like, what happened? So I was like, no, let's check out this okra. It was a textural thing for me. But overall, it was flavorful. It was tasty. I'm going to go back. I'm going to try something different. Their food was delicious. All right, people.
And it looks like there's a penalty on the play.
Hey, I thought something was going on. My bad.
Memo and Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime.
So that's it, folks. We did our 50 states. We're coming back in the next 2 weeks. I promise you we'll be back in the next 2 weeks with something new, something hot, fresh off the grill. Let's go inside the lunchbox. Can I get some music, sir? Let's go.
All right. We're going to leave a lot for our editors to work out on this one.
All right, people. Hey, I want to give a shout out to y'all real quick. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Tune in. Let's go.